I was going to say, I used to always say Dobro Večer, which means good evening in Serbian, but I'll have to say, Nasi se na ave. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the cafe. Aloha. Thank you so much for coming out. I can't really clap. Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much, Baki, for tolerating us. Thank you so much. This is the crazy year, and ending off. Well, we've got a great feature this evening from a Charlotte Hart. Give it up for Charlotte. Yay! And she's dressed really, really awesomely, too. And actually, I was just thinking of that because I've got the precious purple bag here, which means everybody should stuff as much money as they possibly can into this and pass it along to everybody, because she should, be able to pay her utilities with all the money that we're going to give her. Because I'm going to toss that at you first. See if I can. There you go. Pass that around. Pass it around and give something to this phenomenal feature, which is going to be after the open mic. Yay. There's just a few of us. I've got a few pieces to read, and I figured I might as well explain since I also run Scars Publications. I won't read any today. I might save it for next week, but the December issues of CC&D magazine and Down in the Dirt magazine, I love how goth this little tree looks on this thing. They've just been released, and if you want to see anything about that, you can find out on Facebook or go to scars.tv for info. Maybe I'll read some stuff from other people next week. I don't know. I don't think I'll do it this week. But I was going to read a select few pieces. I wanted to, because this was an appropriate time of year, read this piece that was called Broke the Reflection. Perfect for the beginning of December for this one. I dropped her ashes down into the water. I wanted them to sink down, but they just floated there as they broke the reflection of the sun. It reminded me of Oahu in 2001. It was the 60th anniversary of the day that lived in infamy, where over the USS Arizona I could only photograph with my mind the flowers I saw dropped from another survivor that floated along the water, breaking the tension of the oil still rising from that sunken battleship. My face was ashen, as everything, too, still broke the reflection of the sun. This one is appropriate for the times. This is called Gonna Break. Gonna break. I have to enunciate what gonna break. After almost losing my life and unable to hold a job, I became a dependent on someone with better fortune who threw me a life preserver attached to a really rugged rope so I could stay afloat over these tumultuous waters. And this lifeline's been a godsend as I'm riding the waves from atop this buoyant ring. It's been a nice ride with my Savior's good fortune covering my $900 a week medication, allowing me to survive and thrive. And yeah, I hated becoming a dependent, having to survive off someone else's good fortune, having no control over that lifeline, letting me live, but holding me in. But at least I'm on this little donut, my little life preserver, being dragged behind my cruise ship. And it was all smooth sailing, and the weather was perfect until the big storm came along and almost overturned my little life ring. When I looked up, the cruise ship was gone, and all that was carrying me along was a tiny rowboat. That's when I realized my salvation, my special someone, that the one with the better fortune, they lost their job too. So now I float here, leaning on my little life preserver, and that rope to that little boat seems to be getting thinner and thinner. I look at the shoreline, knowing no one on land would want me for work. So I look back at my lifeline, wondering when that rope is gonna break. Something I thought was really funny, as I said, these magazine issues sometimes also get released as ISBN number books, and Down in the Dirt in February 2011 had those power line things. If you're driving along the highway, you see these huge metal things that they're holding the power lines or the phone lines along in the roads. And I took a photo of this long progression of them, and somebody commented on how they were so thankful about this magazine, and they actually bought one of those books just so they could put it on their wall for show. And I'm like, you what? Those look like little transformers or something, so I just wrote this little Twitter-like poem because somebody commented on those power line things. This is called Mechanical Soldiers. Power line towers are my transformers. There are little mechanical soldiers. They'll rip the electric lines out when they come to attack. Short little strange pieces. We used to do those things. Thank you. Short little strange pieces. You see these big old towers and you're like, they just look like they were just transformers and they're gonna come get you and carry their lines with them. But anyway, I would like to call up